Good morning, Scorpios. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do for you this morning is to just give you a romantic, specific based reading, which would be valid until the end of this month. And to save down on some time, Scorpio, I've already shuffled the deck using my regular cards today, as well as using Colette Baron Reed's deck to provide additional insight into your situation, the Enchanted Map. And as I said, the cards are already illustrated and shown as we see here. Okay, let's get right on into your reading and first make a few general assessments here. Just want to look at your suit. You have a predominance there of hearts and diamonds. And so that would tell me, or that suggests to me, that your primary concern seem to pertain to your emotional responses to a situation. Be it affairs of the heart, your job, celebration, and perhaps a myriad of other events. Since there are also a predominance of diamonds also in this spread, there might be a concern about your resources, which might include money, career, property, or perhaps economic concerns. They show that you want to approach the matter with a very practical attitude and you're trying to be realistic about your situation. Let's go on and examine your number trend. Your numerical theme after adding and reducing the numbers here is 4. So therefore, this reading shows security, stability. The message is to kind of continue, Scorpio, to persevere in manifesting your goals. But try to make sure that you are being realistic about matters, as the diamond suggests that you would. It says that something perpetuous, is going to happen for you. Therefore, go for it. And since most of the prevailing numbers here are also mostly somewhat middle numbers, your situation is already ongoing, and your question is in the midway stage of the matter. Okay, let's move right along and look at a few card combinations. We have 2 red 7s there, so that shows, a light-hearted phase of perhaps frivolous fun that you're going to be enjoying. And it also shows perhaps that there are going to be some type of notification that news are going to be forthcoming for you. Okay? We have the 7 of hearts there, and let's combine that with the Ace of clubs. And that denotes an imaginative process, perhaps that, one might be interested in taking, such as perhaps an interest in writing a manuscript or possibly even a book for some of you. Okay, we have 7 of diamonds there, and we have the King of diamonds. So that shows a man or even perhaps a woman, who likes perhaps gardening or possibly who likes a garden. Also plausible with this 7, there might be problems cropping up at work, which might cause you to kind of question your financial stability. But you will work your way through things, and the tides look like they're going to turn in your favor because the appearance of the that 2 there falling afterwards, and with the 8 of hearts, a gift may be extended. And also getting back to this with regards to work, there may be 2 options that may be presented to you that you will be able to choose among. Okay? And the 7 of hearts shows that you might be a bit too gullible in your relationships with people. And you might let people get the better of you or one-up you or use you from time to time. So you may want to just, maybe take off rose-colored glasses, when you see this. Also, since that Ace of Club is really kind of dominated pretty much by hearts and diamonds, you might have too great of a desire or a love for pleasure, Scorpio, and therefore might be wasting your talents. And since diamonds are included, this shows that you have many talents, Scorpio, that can produce long-lasting rewards for you. And these rewards would include financial. So thus the key is to kind of stop partying so much or even wasting your money. Because, this has a tendency of bringing about financial growth, or perhaps an increase in status or perhaps both. Okay, let's get right along and just start your reading by examining the bottom card. We have the 2 of diamonds there. And that refers to an earth sign. It can be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I see this card as being or falling in Jupiter, so Jupiter is in Capricorn. So this card is all about monetary obstacles, flexibility, agitation, and really problems connected to schedules. It usually also shows an imbalance in a relationship, Scorpio. It says that although you are disappointed that you haven't been able to kind of see or talk to a lover, you're going to try to maintain control over your feelings. It seems, Scorpio, that you've lost focus somehow of your goals, particularly those career type goals. And also plausible due to the problems that might ensue with traveling. This card says that you might be preparing for a trip, but the conditions I'm feeling surrounding it is going to be very unstable. And you're probably going to really wish that you hadn't gone. So this card urges you to kind of think about your situation and to, Scorpio, try to narrow your choices down to one. It looks like it's too many suitors or too many interests that you have. Okay, let's move right along and look at your current situation. And we have the Ace of Clubs falling there. So that refers to a fire sign. It can be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And Scorpio, this card is all about new beginnings. It's all about spur, incentive, potential, and things that kind of come up unexpectedly. It also, Scorpio, represents the autumn period. So, September through November time frame. So that might be the time where you may reconnect with a partner, okay? And this card also shows you kind of taking an introspective look at your relationship and really feeling good about your prospects. It shows that you are ready to kind of take a leap of faith and kind of start something permanent rather than kind of jumping from person to person. This card, therefore, is all about, Scorpio welcoming vitality into a new relationship or perhaps an existent one. It thus says that if obstacles, have been blocking your progress, problems are kind of going to be resolved, and the two of you might discuss marriage or possibly moving in with one another. But again, you would have to bridge the distance because, again, it looks like the diamonds usually always bring some type of geography type issues. Okay, let's move on and look at your card number 2 and just look at really what kind of moves you internally. We have the 7 of diamonds falling in that position, and that refers to an earth sign. It could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Of course, I see it as being Saturn more so in Taurus. So this card is all about patience, waiting, inertia, or even apprehension, and depression and a reevaluation of your goals. So this card says that you are impatient and you kind of want to move forward with your love life, Scorpio, but you feel that your dreams are perhaps light years ahead, And because this card urges patience, Scorpio, you might want to kind of move forward slowly, even in an existing relationship or perhaps a new relationship without any outside influences. And some of you might also want to kind of have kids. Let's move right along and look at card 3 and just, kind of examine how your lover feels about you. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups there, or 8 of Hearts. So this refers to a water sign as a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. And I see this card more so as Saturn being in Pisces. So this card is all about really kind of forging on ahead, abandonment or despondency, Scorpio, and kind of looking inwardly. So therefore, your lover feels that you are hurting somehow and perhaps moving away from a difficult situation. He or she feels that, you are affecting, you are being affected somehow by mental or emotional concerns. Either the two of you are experiencing difficulty distancing yourselves, or also possible, your lover might feel you are having problems kind of letting the past go, which is, preventing him or her from really getting close to you. Okay? Let's move on and look at your attitude towards your partner. We have the 7 of Hearts falling there. So that refers to a water sign. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And of course, this reading is about you. So is, of course, you, because Venus is in Scorpio. So this card is really all about delusion, Scorpio, obsession, self-indulgence, powerlessness, and inadequacy. Perhaps you feel you are in love and you feel that your love can kind of do no wrong. It appears that you might be wearing rose-colored glasses. So the key here is not to let your feelings cloud good judgment, Scorpio, with this person. You need to try to distinguish reality from illusions. So let's move right along and look at the challenge that this relationship might create or even produce. We have the four of spades falling in that position. So this refers to an air sign, and it's a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. And I see it more so as being Jupiter, as being in Libra. So there could be a third element in your relationship, perhaps an air type temperament. Or of course, this could refer to a situation. So therefore, this card is all about kind of taking a needed rest or recuperation after pretty much a long struggle. It's all about rumination, respite, or even incarceration, you know, convalescence, and contemplation. So it says that you might need to take a break from a relationship. And this might pose a challenge for you, particularly for those of you who are more active. It says expect the unexpected, and I'm kind of feeling that perhaps reading or writing might help your situation, perhaps during your time of, kind of getting into yourself or learning yourself a little bit more. And there is also a possibility that the person that you're dealing with is perhaps either married or involved with the law somehow or legal profession. Okay, let's move right along and get you some advice and look at your likely outcome. For card number 6, we have the King of Diamonds falling there. So that refers to an earth sign. It could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And I also see this card at times representing a Gemini. Okay, so this card is there for all about power, you guys. And it's all about really, having a sense of reality. So it says that you're going to still feel like you're getting nowhere with a relationship, as it will appear to be perhaps a one-sided type alliance, for you or from your perspective. Also, although you might want to reunite with this lover, it doesn't appear that it's going to happen just right now, okay? Because he or she will not call, and you're going to be hurt and consider him or her thoughtless. However, I feel that you will do so later on. And let's go back to the beginning with this Ace of Clubs. It might be during the autumn period of time, but of course there is going to be some movements in terms of you hearing from them, and it looks like it's going to happen prior to the end of this month, but I don't see you really reuniting until that autumn type period, I feel. And it could possibly be sooner, but I'm kind of feeling that. Okay? I'm also feeling that, you might need to or want to inject more stability in this union, or you might need to kind of possibly defend it somehow if you're kind of feeling that you're being threatened somehow by an intruder. In any event, though, Scorpio, since this is a court card that kind of ends your reading, this person is going to determine the outcome of your circumstance, So also I'm kind of feeling if you plan a pleasurable trip, it's going to definitely get canceled. More so I feel because the weather is not going to allow you to go, or something is going to be wrong with the weather that won't permit you to go. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. And so as I indicated from the onset, I pulled another card using Colette Baron reads that from the Enchanted Map. And the card that I pulled up basically was Come Together card. So this card is really about emotions, and it's kind of telling you that you're going to be experiencing that love is really everywhere, and you're going to experience the give and take, perhaps between a lover. And it assures you that, that you are cherished, even though you may not think you are, but you are. And you're going to be attracting, love and more harmonious partnerships, in your life. Because again, the 8 here is all about power. Okay? So Scorpio, this is what I have for you this morning. Again, as I indicated from the beginning, the reading is valid until the end of this month. And as for any reading, as I always say, this reading may not have resonated for everyone. But for those for whom this reading was meant, I certainly hope that it has provided you with food for thought. And I certainly look forward to hearing your comments. And for those of you Scorpios who have yet to subscribe to my channel, please feel free to do so now. Okay? Thanks a lot and enjoy your day.